Good morning, friends out there. I am Corinne Braxton, and I'm coming to you today for a Cookies, Cards, and Coffee free class. This is my Stamping Up mug. You grab yourself a snack or a beverage. It doesn't have to be coffee. That's just a name for the things. Let me see if I can find comments as people appear. So it takes a few minutes. Let's see one's here. Let's see. I can find myself on. Oh, I can't find myself on the computer. Let's see. It maybe takes a few minutes. We'll wait a few minutes. This morning, I may not find myself at all. Let me see once here. This is weird. Okay, we'll just wait a second. I'm going to make 3 cards this morning and show you how to make them. They're not, oh, hey, Linda, good to see you this morning. Glad you found us. Tell us where you're from and what the weather's like where you are. I'm in Bozeman, Montana, and it is beautiful here. I don't know, it's maybe in the 50s, but it's supposed to get up to 72 today. So anyway, I will just talk now. At least I can see my phone. I can't see my laptop. It's not coming. Oh, there it is. I can see it. No, that's yesterday's. I did a video yesterday that I have not been able to post yet. Anyway, today's class is going to be 3 cards. What I do is I decided to do this online because I have a lot of customers and friends that live all over the United States, and I only have hey, Munch, good for you for finding us. I know you're on a train going to Wisconsin. Good, I'm glad you found us. How's that going? Anyway, once a month I have a card class, and I call it Cookies, Cards, and Coffee. And it is a class where it's free with the purchase. And so I'm going to do the same thing once a month online with you all. And if you make a $50 purchase, I will send you the 3 card kits and a package of gems and a thank you gift. So anyway, and you can make any kind of a purchase on my website. Anyway, that's what I have planned for today. So grab your coffee mug or your cookie, whatever, and come spend a little time with me. I am Corinne Braxton. I'm an independent Stamping Up demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for 10 years. Hey, Livon, good to see you this morning. I've been a demonstrator for 10 years, but I think I've been stamping and scrapbooking. I started out scrapbooking probably for 22 or something like that, 97 or 95 is about the time I started, but I didn't become a demonstrator until I moved to Montana. I used to be a school teacher. I taught 7th and 8th graders, which I loved. I love teaching. So, and now I'm teaching adults. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. Hey, Stacy, good to see you from South Florida. What city in Florida, Stacy? We have a home in Boca Grande on Gasparilla Island, West Coast, Gulf Coast. And oh, thank you. That was so sweet of you, Stacy, to share. We have and our island had a direct hit. Our house was just damaged a little bit with things like gutters and some of the things, lots of trees, of course. But anyway. Oh, hey, Sharon, good to see you. Where are you coming from? And anyway, I have, so I've been a demonstrator for 10 years. I've been married to my husband, Terry, for 48 years. We have 3 grown children. They're all married. And, oh, hey, that's neat. On the East Coast, okay? We have 3 grown married children and 8 grandchildren. Hey, Kay, where are you coming from? Where are you watching from? Good to see you, girls. I'm so glad so many of you are joining. Anyway, I love stamping. I love creating and I love teaching, and I'm going to share some of my projects with you this morning. And you can take screenshots if you'd like. Oh, Verona, Wisconsin. You know, I'm from Wisconsin originally. I'm from Appleton. My whole family still lives there, except for me. And I'm going back in 2 weeks. Anyway, maybe it's 3. Around November 10th is when I'm going. My mom is 96. She's 95, going to be 96. So I know exactly where Verona is. I went to college in La Crosse. Anyway, so what was I going to tell you? I'll just tell you a few more things and then we will start. We have a couple promotions going on right now. Hey, Gail, good to see you. Where are you coming in from? I can't find myself on the laptop, so I'm just going to have to rely on my phone, I think. Let's see. Oh, I can't find it. So, oh, there it is. Now I see it. I think. Yep, I can see it now. Good. Oh, that took a long time to find that. We have Stamping Up has a really cool promotion going on. Hey, Trish, good to see you this morning. Where are you coming from? This is a pre-order for demonstrators, and that's really a great benefit of being a demonstrator. This new set is going to be in our spring catalog that's coming out, and it includes a bundle called Framed Florets. And I did that video yesterday, and I'm still working on trying to post it. I will post the cards and the directions, and it has a wonderful designer paper and gems. And we're not using these today, but they're going to be available to everyone in November. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And the way you can get it now is if you purchase the starter kit. If you're not a demonstrator and would like to be a demonstrator, just be a happy shopper and get a discount. Hey, Trish. Anyway, that starter kit right now is such a great deal. It's called Starter Kit Plus. So for $99, you get to choose $155. Plus, you get free shipping, free paper pumpkin, free catalogs, and you get to shop with a discount from then on. Hey, Diane, good to see you this morning, too. So, love this deal. It's always a great deal, and I would love to have you on my team. I have girls from all over the United States. And, here's that. I just wanted to show you this for a minute. This is that new paper that's coming, that's going to be available in November. And it's the Fitting Florets, and this is the other side of it. Isn't that cool? Let me see now here. Okay, let me just check the iPad. Okay, good. Thank you for sharing. That is so nice of you to do that. I appreciate that a lot. I am fairly new at all of this. COVID, of course, forced me into doing videos. I didn't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I still don't. And Facebook changes things all the time. Oh, I'm so glad if I could see myself on the laptop. Okay, we're going to close your eyes. We're going to start our projects. 3 different cards I'm going to assemble and talk about. And if any of you are interested in getting the kits will have all the pieces cut, die cut, cardstock cut. If there's any embossing, I will do that. And you will have to use your own stamps, inks, and papers. And I will have a written tutorial. It's a typed tutorial like this that I will include with kits. So that is free with the $50 order, any kind of order. And you'll see my, hey, Christine, good to see you. And this is my Corinne's Crafts and my host code. You'll see that when I flip the camera down. Okay, good. Where are you coming from, Christina? Where are you watching? Okay, close your eyes. I'm going to switch the camera. Get this all set up here. Got some cards there's my cookie. And my little, okay. This is that door set that's a brand new, that Stamping Up did the free class with a few weeks ago. It's a really neat new set. Can't remember what it's called. I should have known that, but they're just sort of fun cards. I did this with my team. My team is called Simply Creative Girls, and I have 34 girls around the United States. And this is another card I did yesterday. This is going to be on my Crafting Creations by Corinne. And I always do put things on YouTube, so I always appreciate you liking, sharing. Oh, Texas, great. So I appreciate you sharing and passing on things. and whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. So this is the first card that we're going to do today. And so this is one of my cards for tomorrow in my cookies, cards, and coffee. So I am going to show you what I did with this. And it's from the stamp set called Peace to You, and that's in the catalog. Hey, Cindy, good to see you this morning watching. Where are you coming from? It's on page 41 of our mini catalog. And, you know, if you ever need catalogs, please just message me. You can email. I'd love to have you on my email list so you can find out when I have classes in person. I send kits to go all the time, every week. So this is on, Peace to You is on page 41. And then we're going to use this gorgeous, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Do you see this green, this evergreen glitter? There we go. You can sort of see it. It really sparkles. It's not glitter paper, but it's glimmer paper because it does not shed. And that is on page 31. It's number 5. You get 6 sheets for $10. Comes in evergreen, vanilla, and gold. It's beautiful. Right there it is. It's on the Lights Aglow suite. So it's a really nice set. And it's such a rich color. Anyway, this is the card we're going to make. So let's begin. And this one I did, which do you like better? This one is done in evergreen. I stamped it in evergreen, the church scene. This one in soft succulent. Which do you like better, the dark or the light? Tell me. And then we will we can choose. I have both inks here. And let's begin with, now if you would like to take I'm going to try to find it. I'm not real good about keeping up with comments. I will oh, thank you, Levon. I appreciate your help on that. That door one that I showed you, this one is from the Warm Welcome set. So thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Patricia, good to see you this morning. Where are you all watching from? Anyway, you tell me, do you want soft succulent or the darker evergreen? You can just say light or dark. You tell me. And we're going to start with the base. And the base is going to be thick white. I always like to use the thick cardstock for my bases. I never use I love basic white for stamping and die cutting and everything else, but I do my bases in the thick white. And it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. If you want to take a screenshot, you can. I'm going to have a white piece that's going to go inside of my scalloped, and that is 2 5/8. And I will not be posting these. I will if you get the kit free, then you will have these. But if you want to take a screenshot, you can do that now or soon. There's going to be a white piece that's embossed, and that's 2.5 by 5 1/4. So those are our pieces, and I will let you take a screenshot if you would like of those. So, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take our stamping piece first. I'm going to put my glitter on my base like that. I'm just going to put that right there, get my little mat out. So this is the piece that was 1 1/2. And I am going to use my Seal Plus on the glimmer paper, because it is really a heavy paper. And it's just a little bit stronger. The Seal Plus is very strong. And so I'm going to put that right there, like that on the side. And then I've taken my 2.5 by 5 1/4, and I've already run that through the embossing folder. It's just easier to do that off camera. But these little minis, this one is called the Wintry 3D. And let me zoom in just a little bit here so it might look like things are falling. Hey, Bernadette. Good to see you. Where are you watching from? Oh, everything is falling. But there we go. Try to keep things up here a little bit. It just tends to, here we go. I'll try to lock that in place a little bit. Okay, the 3D is really great. It comes with 2 sets. It comes with the evergreen and the snowflakes. This was available last year, and it's sold out, and people couldn't get it, and but they did carry it over. It's in the annual catalog. I love both of these. And so that is a great set to have. And it's a mini one, so it can fit through our little mini cut and emboss machine, which just opens up like that. I'm not going to do that for you, but that's the reason they make these sort of half size. And now I'm going to just add that to the front of the card. And I'm going to butt that right up to the edge. And so just like that. And now we're going to do some stamping. So we'll set that aside for a moment and bring in our stamps. We're going to, if I can find the other piece that we were going to, oh, there it is right here in front of me. And this is the stamping piece. What did you all decide? Did you decide, oh, Carla, glad you found us. You're in Wisconsin. Teresa, okay, good. From Pasco, Washington. Patricia, dark. Anyone else have a, I see, we're going to do dark, I think. So I'm going to bring in my stamps, and I think what I will do is just stamp it right so you can see this. There's a little contrast, my little paper, my little silicone mat. One of my favorite stamping tools is my silicone mat. So we're going to do the dark. This is Evening Evergreen. And where is my stamp? I think it's back in here. Oh goodness, I thought I mounted it, but I didn't. I took it off and put it back in there. But we will, that's not a problem. I will just get a block and we will do that. I was cleaning up after myself. That's what I was doing when I put it away, because you know how it is. Sometimes it can get to be a real mess. Stampers, let me see once here. I'm going to just put this right along the top like that. So we have, there we go. And I'm going to stamp this, and then I'm going to do my greeting below. And so we're going to give this, whoops, a daisy. Now I have it green, evergreen on my fingernails and thumb. Let's see once here. Carla's from Wisconsin. Let's see once here. Denise, where are you from? Teresa, you're from Wisconsin? Oh, great. Okay, there we go. Let's stamp this up. I'm going to pull it just it's a big stamp. You know, actually, whenever you have a big stamp, it's always better to stamp it upside down. I was trying to, okay, and now I'm going to pull it just a little closer so I can see it. And I'm going to put it up here. And I'm going to give it a good press. Give it a good press like that. I want that ink to, because it is such a big image, it would be a good thing to use on a Stamparatus. You could do that. Now I have a little tiny mark right there. I think I'm going to just take my blender pen. I'm just going to take that. I think that'll fix it. I could slice it, but I think this will just blend it enough to color it like that, to get rid of that a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to stamp our greeting on the bottom, and we could do silent. I think we'll do Peace to You at Christmas. Peace to You at Christmas, and there we go, like that. And I'm going to clean my, I'm going to close up that ink. Well, I think I'll leave it open, put it right there, and we can do the inside while we're cleaning this on my chamois. My chamois gets to be a real mess, but you know how that is. They start out beautiful. There's nothing prettier than a brand new chamois. And there we go. That's good. Set that aside for a moment. And on the inside of our card, we're going to stamp. I'm going to set this aside. We will turn that over. I don't want to get ink on my card. And we're going to do what are you girls all having this morning for a snack? Did you bring anything to the crafting room with you? Crafting table? I'm going to do may God's hope and peace, love, shine on you this season. There we go. And now we can close up that ink. And put this aside for now. Okay, and we're going to tie some ribbon. This is the this is the Evening Evergreen, and it's called open weave ribbon. And we're just going to tie a little bit around here. We're going to tie it. Nothing like tying on while you're on camera. Use my snips. You could tie a bow. I've done a bow, but I'm going to just do a knot on the side. Just want to keep it nice and tight. And this is where the reverse tweezers would be nice to hold that. There we go. And we can slide that down a little bit. Just like that. There we go. We'll give it a little snip, a little haircut here. There we are. And rich looking colors for this pretty card. Well, thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. I think it is too. You know, I have a couple packs of this glitter, and it's so pretty, but I hadn't really used it, and I need to use. It's so pretty. I love it. And I've already had a class with the I don't know what it was called, with the one that had the sparkling reds and greens, and we did not even use that. So I'm going to just put some regular seal on my little piece. And I like the silicone mat because nothing sticks to it. Now I can just put this on my label. I love these. This is probably one of my favorite dies, the scalp labels. I use them all the time. I have a little stack of them in my drawer, so they're sort of a good go-to. But you can see how fast and easy this card is. So now I want to pop this up, and I'm just going to bring in, you know, I love, let me see if I can show you. I know a lot of my in-person people know that I love these, and a lot of people are using the foam sheets. You get six of these sheets, and I cut them up into little pieces like this. And if you've watched me before on some of my Facebook lives, or the replays or whatever, I just have a little dish like that of things cut up. And whenever I have a big thing like this, I like to take a large piece so that when it goes through the mail, it does not get all beat up and smashed in. And it's easy. I can just lift it off with just like that. I love our dimensionals too, but I really love these sheets to cut up. I first saw those from Patty Bennett, how she kept a dish by her table. And there is our card. And now we're going to put some gems on here. We can use the, I used the silver on one, and I used the soft succulent. They come in, they're called red and green adhesive back pearls. There's the red. Everyone's going like, where's the red? We could even add red to those. I think we'll just stick with silver though. And take my pick tool, and we're going to get a couple silver pearls on there. Just going to put them on the tops of the trees. Just like that. Press them down so they stay in place. And isn't that a pretty card? And not too hard. Didn't do the envelope, but maybe I could do something on the envelope. I like to put the designer paper. There was really no designer paper here, but at least I could put some glitter paper on there. But there's our card, and here are the other ones that I've made with the soft succulent. I love the dark evergreen. I think it's so pretty. Anyway, there we go. And that's our first card, all done. Now let me just pack that away and get the next. Take a drink of whatever. Oh, I thought the other thing I thought would have been pretty would be these gems that we have. I don't know what they're called either. Maybe someone can help me. But it has balmy blue, the night, the starry sky, the pink, mambo, melon mambo, soft succulent, no, mint, I think, and the evergreen. That would have been pretty with this too. But I showed, this is what the other image looks like. And that stamp, remember, is called Peace to You. But isn't that a pretty one? This one I just stamped, but I just fussy cut it. It's very simple, of course. And the other sentiments are Silent Night, Holy Night, May God's Hope and Love. We did that on the inside. The light of the world is yours. Oh, the light of the world is Jesus. So, hey, Bev Faust, good to see you. I'm so glad you're watching. Good for you. I'm glad you found us. So, if you place an order for $50 and get all 3 of these kits free, they'll all include the directions for these too. Anyway, that's our first card, and now we'll go on to, I'm going to pull this table closer to me again, and I'm surrounded by tables, so take a sip, and here we go with the next cards. This one is called the Cottage. Oop, almost upside down. I always make 2 of everything. That's just the way I like to do things. I think it's important. I think it's important because I send a lot of cards. So this set is called Cottage Wreaths, and it's very versatile. It has, I'll show you where it is in the catalog. It has things for, like, grateful for the fall and for Thanksgiving. It has Christmas. It has Halloween. There's this cute little spider. And some people make life better. It's just a really nice set. And a nice set of dies. I've made several cards with this already. And this is what we're going to do today. Let me show you where that is in the catalog. Here it is. It's with this designer paper that's Stampin' Up. Right here it is. It's called Gingham Cottage, and you get 48 sheets. It's $30. It's one of my favorite papers that I've ever used. And at first when I saw it, I really didn't know about it. I thought, oh, I don't know. But I have used almost every single color and have loved it. Anyway, that's the paper I'm using, and the stamps, the bundle is called Cottage Wreath. That bundle is $52. So put that aside, and here we go. With the card, we're going to make, this is, I made 2 to show you the 2 different sides. This is the same paper, but you can turn it over. Small gingham and large gingham. So, okay, let's make that card. Put that right there so I don't forget it. And here we have, if you want to take a screenshot again, you can. You're welcome to do that. So we have a soft, succulent base. And this one is a top folding card that you can set on your mantle or on your counter, whatever. 4 1/4 by 11, basic measurement, scored at 5 1/2. And then I have a white mat that's going to go next, 3 3/4 by 5. And then this is Calypso Coral in here. I wasn't sure. I never, every time I use it, I think, is that pumpkin pie or Calypso Coral? It's Calypso Coral. There's a very definite orange pumpkin pie with black in this set of papers. So this is 3 by 4 1/4. This one is going to go on top of that. It's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So those are the measurements. If you want to take a screenshot of that, you can. And let's see if you're getting it all. Here we go. Let me just check to see where. There we. Yes, I'm glad I found myself on the laptop so I could at least see some of those things. Oh, thank you very much, Levon. Well, thanks, Stacy. Okay, so it's really an easy card. We'll start putting these things together. Take off these little pieces. I don't know. I learned this from when I first became a demonstrator about 10 years ago. Kate Keltoff in Minnesota I always watched her, and she always did that, and I always thought that was so helpful. So I'm just using my Seal Plus, my seal, regular seal. It's the one that is not quite as strong, and if you make a mistake, you can lift it up usually. So I like both sides, but I think I'm going to use the larger one. I love the white in there. So we're going to put this on this. Just like that. And now this is going to go on like that. And I sort of like the larger margins. You know, you can do different sizes. You can always do whatever you want. There's a skinny one. I like that too. But anyway, we're just going to, I'm not going to pop it up because my wreath is being popped up, and I'm going to be getting a lot of height. And I don't want to make it too high because then it gets, you know, it's a problem with the post office. And you know how that goes. So I just always, I'd rather be safe than sorry and not put too many things on. Okay, let's do our stamping. We're going to use our little tiny label and to do the word grateful. Got them clipped together with a paper clip and I can't get it off. Okay, let's bring in our stamps for this one. And I don't think we're going to use the Calypso Coral. And let's see what's here. On one of these cards that I made, I put you are such a blessing. That's one. And the other one I put Happy Thanksgiving. We don't send as many Thanksgiving cards as we do other cards, but I love, there is a new the painted pheasant. If you go back many months ago, I did an ink technique with this painted pheasant and with the leaves. And I love this. I love that grateful. I love that Happy Thanksgiving. It's just a beautiful font. That's that one. And the blessing one, Hello Harvest, is that set, You Are Such a Blessing. So I like that really well too. That is a little bit more versatile you could use. And then we're using some of this twine that comes, it's a really thick twine. It is called silver twine. I don't know. I covered it because this was a gift for one of my stamp camps. I don't know what it's called exactly. It's got silver and twine in it. Silver that's embedded in that twine. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So what we're going to do is do some stamping now. We're going to stamp a little sentiment, and then we'll do that. And we need our piercing mat. Let me see, because it's going to be a photopolymer stamp, I'm going to do the Grateful in Calypso Coral. Hey Barbara, where are you coming from watching? I'm so glad you could join us. Thank you. Okay, there's our Grateful. I'm going to put my head down just a little bit there. There we go. And give that I've got things piling up here. Give that a good wipe and clean that off. And I think we could do, let's see, what should we do on the inside? Maybe we'll do a, where did I put my, here we go. We need a white piece for the inside, which I think I have right here. And we will put, I think we'll do Happy Thanksgiving again. There we go. We won't see, our daughter and her husband and our grandchildren live in Mexico, so this would be a nice card to send them. I always send my mom one at Thanksgiving too, but I don't send too many Thanksgiving cards. Okay, now we're going to do our wreath. And so this is the inside of our card. And we've got our label. Better put that right there so I don't lose it. And now we're going to do the wreath. And that has to be die cut. So my solution for not die cutting on the camera, while I'm on the camera, is to, and I use this in class a great deal. So I like to cut out a lot of wreaths with the die. And so the dies look like this. And I cut out the dies, and you can double your paper, like you can cut 2 sheets of white at the same time. It will cut beautifully, no problem. And then you're going to fit, you keep the template. I always keep a template right inside my case. And then I can slip this back in like that. I put this on. Hopefully it didn't move. And then I always put a stamp underneath like that. Let's see how this is a distinctive stamp. Stampin' Up! Has the patent on distinctive stamps. Let me just take my chamois and clean that just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to stamp. The beauty of using Stamparatus is that, there we go. If you want it a little darker, you can go back. You can ink it up again. I don't think it needs more ink. Maybe just a tad. You can ink it up again. There. Oh, that's even better. Yep. And then you can take just pull it out like that, and then you can just do the next one if you want. You do it that way. There's a little knob right here that Stampin' Up! You can, if you're doing just a plain stamp, you can mark it with a marker or something. There we go. Let's see how this looks. This will be a second. You see how fast you can do it? You could do 20 of these. It's great for doing your Christmas cards or a swap or whatever you're doing. So now I have 2 wreaths. And all I have to do is clean this off and pack it up and put it in my case. And that's usually what I do. So I'm going to just set that right there for now. And there we go. Now we can bring our cards back in. We're going to put this on the inside. Hey, Barbara, where are you from, Barbara? Glad to have you join us this morning. There we go. And I'd love for you to be on my email list. That gives you, I send emails probably about twice a week, and it gives you my classes or whenever it's special. Yesterday, oh my goodness, it was so shocking. We had free shipping. I'm not free shipping. The clearance rack was just updated. We just had free shipping just a week ago. That was so exciting. I didn't expect any other prizes. Sometimes demonstrators are told in advance certain things, but they're never told about the clearance rack. But so that was so the clearance rack is, you can go to my Corinne's Crafts stamp.stampinup.net, and you can just click on shop and it'll come to you can find the clearance rack. And oh my goodness, it was 2 pages long. There's so many neat things on it. And yesterday morning it was like 2 pages long, about 90 items, I'd say. And last night there was only 1 page left, so things are going quickly. I'm taking my take your pick tool. I love doing it this way. It's so easy. I just keep my fingers close to the sharp end, and it's one of my favorite tools of all time for sure. Now there's my wreath, and I'm just going to pop it on there like that. And we're going to bring in our little label. I'm going to put some adhesive on the ends. I'm going to sort of keep it's going to be flat. We don't need to pop it up because the wreath is already popped up like that. I have die cut a bow. Can you see that? How it is just so detailed. It's all embossed and everything. So that's going to go on there like that. I don't know if I did that with ink or what, but it's okay. We can try. I could try my ink eraser maybe. I don't know what that is. Maybe that was in the paper already. Okay, let's see if I can find some twine in my little basket. And where did I put that twine now? I just had that. It's a huge roll. There it is. We'll cut some. I'll show you how I do this. I'm just going to cut a piece that's longer than I need. And now I'm going to just pull out. I'm going to open it up like this. Can you see the silver in there? It's awfully tight and it's thick, and I don't want it's really ropey. I'm going to pull out some little fibers. So I'm going to pull out a fiber like that. You can save those if you want. Pull out one more. You can pull out the silver if you want, but I sort of, now it's feeling pretty good. Maybe one more. I don't want to pull out the silver because I want to keep that silver in there. We're going to use some. Okay, so we could keep these and use that too for another one. That's another idea. But okay, so now I can take, this is just the way I do it. You can just spread it apart with your fingers, but you can just sort of do this to the ends with your take your pick tool. I'm going to trim it off after I glue it on. So I'm going to use some of this Seal Plus, the dark blue one. And there we go. I'm just going to put some on there like that, right at the bottom. And there is our twine. You can spread it apart. I just think that's sort of a cool idea to do that. And now I'm going to put a not a dimensional, glue dot right on. And I don't really like the way we have our glue dots on the inside now, but that's the way they make them. So it's probably more economical. There we go. But I've been tempted to re-roll those, but I haven't. So let's see if we have any comments coming in here. Yes, this is an easy card, Levon, you're right. It's meant to be an easy class. Things that they're not too complicated. Okay, so we could add some soft succulent, or we could add some silver. There's silver in there. That would probably be the best. But let's see once. I think we will add the soft succulent because we added silver in the other one. How does that work? So, does that sound okay to you? So we're going to add, I think we're going to add about either 3 or 5. You always want to do odd numbers. That's always the better, your eye sees things better in odd numbers. I think 3 is fine. There we go. And that is the end of that one. And I'll show you what the other one looked like with the, this is the other side of that gingham. Which do you like better? Do you like the big gingham with the white or the small gingham? So which is your favorite? And then our card is finished on the inside too. Let me pack that one away, and we have close up my ink so I don't make a mess with that. And whoops, I am about to make a mess with that ink pad. Better set that one over there. Okay, and the last card we have is going to be a Halloween card, just like this. Well, we're going to change it up a little bit. Oops, there we go. And that's our Halloween card. And we're going to do a little coloring on this one. This is from the sweet set called Best Witches. It's so cute. I love this gal. I love coloring. I like my blends. I like this one, this little frog, the stars. You put a spell on me if you got it haunted. And that's what we're going to use today. This is a red rubber stamp, a cling stamp. So we don't need our stamping mat. And let's bring in our pieces. We'll set this one aside. And we're going to use this 5.5 by 8.5. This is gray, basic gray. And then we have our designer paper. Which do you want me to use? The dots or the not hexagon, diamonds. So on this one I use the black and white stripes, like Argyle. But this one I thought I would change it up. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And we need a white circle, and that's a stitch circle. We're going to have a label, and then we need our inside piece is going to be 3 3/4 by 5, basic size like we use almost all the time. And so let's see what else. Oh, we have a piece of rich raspberry. Oh, this is rich. I use rich raspberry about twice a year, and I think it's almost always at Halloween and maybe a little bit at Christmas, but I don't use it very much. 2 inches by 4, but you're going to use that. On this one, I use the green, It's called Parakeet. We're going to use the silver. I love this silver ribbon. It looks like spidery. I think we'll use that on this time on the card. Okay, so let's do the first thing we're going to do is I think we'll stamp. And did you take a screenshot of that if you want? And then we will bring in the rest of our pieces. My cookie is uneaten here, and I'm going to eat it as soon as I am finished here. Okay, well, let's see. Let's just. I think I'll just put it together first, and then we'll stamp. We'll do that. Okay. Set that right there. So I always just. I like to have my cards scored. Some people don't do that; they just fold them. But I really like having a card scored, and. Oh, you chose diamonds, and Levon chose diamonds. Who else? Let's see once here. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Stacy. We're going to use the diamonds today. Okay, good. Thank you for choosing. Okay, we got that nicely bone folded, and we're going to use our diamonds. We're going to put this on like that. Actually, we're not going to put that on yet. We're going to put our striped, our rich raspberry piece on like this. And I think I'm going to use my grid paper for this. I usually have grid paper down, except when I'm doing videos, but we're going to use I love this size too. This is the one that goes inside of the Stamparatus. And I think how many of you have a Stamparatus? Great piece of equipment. I worked on that I was on a team that did some evaluating of different methods and models and things for about almost 2 years. It was a year and a half, year and 3/4 that we did that several years back, and I really like what Stampin' Up! Has come up with. I want to choose my, I think we'll just choose this dot and that dot. Do you see how I'm trying to line it up that way? I keep it at the top and do that. That really helps, I think. Okay, now we can put our ribbon around it, and I am going to, oh, I like that, don't you? Don't you like that a lot with that? Okay, and we're going to just tie that around. It's so easy to tie also. I'm just going to tie it, and I'm going to leave it wide like this, and tie it like that. Slide it over. Maybe not quite so much. There. That should work. I like that. And you can open it up and you can make it look like a spider. This is my ribbon scissors. We'll do that. We don't want these ends quite so long as I've cut it. But there we go. And that'll be neat, just like that. Now we can add it to our base. I'll take my seal. And we will put this on. I didn't ask you if you wanted the black and gray or the black and white. I should have turned it over and to show you that I didn't do that. Sorry about that. Like the black and the dots has isn't that neat how I love that look. So anyway, but let's do our inside. We're going to put that in there right away too and get that out of our way. Sometimes I do better getting things out of the way, and hopefully we'll stamp it correctly. Okay, now we're ready for our stamping. Okay, we're going to get out our circle. I love our stitched circles and squares, and then this shape, and the one we did before with these, I don't know, stylish shapes, is that what that's called? I can't remember, but I love all of those. That's a must-have set for sure. And let's see, once now, we're going to bring in our girl and our frog, and if you've got it, haunt it. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our young little witch. She's a cute witch. She's not a frightening one, but I like Halloween with the grandkids. It's always fun. They always love talking about what they're going to be dressed as this year. We still have most of our grandkids still are young. We have one that's in college, but the other younger ones, our grandson Jack and our grandson JP, they're in 6th grade, so they're still trick-or-treating and enjoying Halloween. So I love sending Halloween cards, and I like to send, they all like money because they're all in those middle grades. We're going to set that aside, and they love to get money in their cards for any occasion or no occasion at all. So if you got it haunted, this is black memento that I'm using. And I'm going to just pull this a little closer to me so I can stamp it. There we go. If you got it haunted. And now we're going to do one more thing with black, and that's stamp the frog on the inside. And I'm going to just put him down here at the bottom like that. And close up this black because it can get so messy. And we're going to do some coloring. So let me just clean these stamps for a minute because I don't like to leave them too long while we're doing this. And I'm going to clean this haunted one because I'm going to stamp it in the rich raspberry. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that little, I'm going to take a piece, a little strip, and I just want to get the word haunt in the raspberry color, like this. You don't need much, you just need a scrap from your collection, like that. It's pretty juicy. These are the old pads. I don't think I have a new raspberry in my collection. When I'm in Florida, I have all new stamp pads. But I have a few old ones here too. So now I'm just going to take, my paper snips, like this. I'm just going to trim it. I'm just not going to, you don't need to use a trimmer. You can just do it real like that. I'm going to trim it very, very close. Along the bottom. And then we're going to just put that right over the black. And so that little bit of rich raspberry is going to show through. And I will tell you, let's see, where this is in the catalog too. I sort of forgot that. I'm going to take one of our little tiny strips. This is where it would be good to use your leftover pieces from the edges. You know, the edges, I always like to use these edges. They're perfect. But I'm going to just use this one right now because I grabbed that. I've been using a lot of these strips. We have on our new oval set. I've been popping them up. You could turn these a little bit. So this one you can just peel off. And now we're going to just put this on to our little haunt, right? Cover it up with the purpley color, the rich raspberry. There we go. I don't know if it's straight though. It's a little crooked. Let me see. There we go. That'll work just fine. And I'm going to put this at the bottom. Get that out of the way. So I'm going to bring in some adhesive for that. Anyway, so how many of you have grandchildren who like Halloween? Oh, it's so fun when they come over. We live in we've the last several years we've lived in a neighborhood we hardly had any trick-or-treaters, and I don't know if we will in our new neighborhood. We're building a house, and it'll probably be finished next spring, and so we're in a temporary house right now. So, and I think we'll probably have some trick-or-treaters this year, but not as many as, some places do. Okay, now we're going to color our little girl, and I'll show you. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Now help me remember about zooming out later on. I will forget otherwise. Hey, Vicky, good to see you. Oh, hey, Munch said, I like money too, like your grandkids. You can start adding it to my cards you send me. Well, that's funny, Munch. Great idea. Okay, let's see if we can find this in the catalog. Oh, here it is on page 55. This is the set. Now it's all zoomed in. It's called the Black and White Designer paper is the paper I'm using, and Best Witches is the stamp, page 55 in the mini catalog. So, you know, we have just a few more, 2 more months of this catalog. I have loved it. It's been one of the nicest mini catalogs, holiday catalog that I've ever used. I always hate to see that one end because it's such a good one. Okay, let's bring in some blends and we will get this card finished. Got a bunch of blends here. Let me move my ink pads out of the way. And we're going to do a little coloring. I do have some raspberry blends, alcohol blends. We're going to use this. I'm just going to outline her little apron in the dark. You can do, some people like to start with dark, some start with the light. This is a little harder for me to do on camera because you have to really put your head over it. Now I'm going to go to my light and just make little circles just to sort of blend that. And it doesn't hurt to leave a little bit. I've sort of pulled that dark into the middle a little bit to help blend it. And if you leave a little speck of white, that's just fine. And let's see, what else do we get? Oh, we get to do her headband. And you know, these blends have 2 ends to them. Here's the skinny end. If I can get it off. There we go. And we'll put a little touch of that in there. And that's good for that. Let's see, now we need a little bit of this. Oh, the parakeet. Oh, I love this parakeet color. It's one of my favorite colors this year. And we will, oh, I forgot to color her sleeves. We'll do that real fast. And how many of you like blends or alcohol markers? Copic markers. There are some other names too, but Stampin' Up! Makes the alcohol blends, and they are great. Here we go. And I'm just going to give this a quick color. That parakeet is just a super duper color, I think. There we go. Okay, and I'm not going to color this whole thing, but I'm going to show you how I do the face. So let me turn it that way so you can see it a little better. I like to use a little pink for her cheeks, and this is a Flirty Flamingo. I'm just going to put a little bit of color on her cheeks. This is what I always do when I do flesh tone things. So then I love this. We have a set of things with ivories in different colors too. Like here's an ivory, and but my favorite skin tone is light petal pink. And then I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to go around, blend it in little circles like that. Give a little color to her fingers, to her legs. And I'm going to color her hair yellow. I'm going to do the broom part yellow, her hair yellow, just like that. And just, it's nothing too hard. And then a little bit of, well, maybe I will color this whole thing. And, well, maybe not the hat, because that's going to take a while. There we go. And then the black, you know, they have to snap. You have to hear them snap. I use the light basic black. There's two, the light and dark, and they're very, very, very dark. But you'll see here, I'm going to use that skinny end, the pointed end for the tip up here. And I just go ahead and outline the whole thing like that. And then we have, it's almost done. So I'll tell you what, I got some more refill blends back a couple weeks ago whenever we had free shipping. I thought that was such a good deal because you use them up. So those are the colors, and if you want to add a little bit of Wink of Stella, you can add Wink of Stella to her whatever you want to add it to. I'm going to add it to her dress, like that. Isn't that cute? Could do a little bit on the raspberry hat band. And there is our witch. And we can just pop that up onto our card. I think I will use a big piece that I'm just going to cut in half, like this. That should fit on there just fine. And that'll be, there we go. These adhesive sheets are in the annual catalog. So, okay, now we're going to keep, we need to have, I have a little sticking over the edge there. It's a little, there we go. I'm going to have to add some, find some, I didn't add any gems on this, but I might have to find some because of that little smudge or ink spot right there on there. So we're going to put her right in the middle like that. And this is going to get cut a little bit closer. We don't need such a big knot. Ribbon, a tail end. There we go. And there is our card. And there's the one with the green. Which one do you like? I'm going to zoom out. Hey, Julie. Good to see you. Where are you coming to watch from? Oh, I can't get this zoomed out now. 2 years ago when I was first learning how to do Facebook Live, I called 911 when I was zooming. And it was such an embarrassing thing, and they kept calling back thinking I was in trouble, but I was just trying to zoom in and out of my Facebook Live. Anyway, that was quite the event. It was nerve-wracking. So here, this one has the silver, this one has the green. Which one? This one I colored her shoes black. This one I didn't. Which paper do you like better? The gray and black or the black and white? That's that. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, thank you so much, Anne. I appreciate it. Anne, where are you coming from? Where are you watching from? I will go back and look at all these comments when I'm finished. You say, Carla said both are nice, but the diamonds are better. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh, hey, Kim. Good to see you back in Missouri. Kim used to be my husband's assistant or secretary. Good to see you, Kim. Okay, close your eyes. Here we go. Back to our starting position. There we go. Oh, thank you so much, Levon. Oh, hey, thanks, Munch. Good to see all the comments. You're watching from Vermont. Oh, good. Thank you. That's one state. I've not been to Vermont, New Hampshire, and I've not been to Massachusetts either, and Connecticut, those 4 states. I've been to all the rest, but so good. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you got girls like that. I'm so glad you could watch this morning. And please don't forget, if you're a demonstrator, you get to order this fitting florets in a pre-order early. If you would like to be a demonstrator and get a discount all the time, 20%, and then eventually you get 25%. Oh, thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. She says she loves the cards. Right now we have the best deal I think the best deal that Stampin' Up! Has ever had. It's called Starter Kit Plus. So it's $99 and you choose $155 worth of products. Plus you get free shipping, free paper pumpkin, free catalogs. And you can be a hobby demonstrator or you can do it for business or whatever you like. Most people, 98% of people do it for discount. Alrighty, that's it. Do you have any other questions that you want to ask? Let me see. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You girls are so sweet. Thank you. And I will come again to you next month, the month of November. We'll have another Cookies, Cards, and Coffee free class. If any of you are interested in getting these kits that are all cut and ready for you to put together, you can place a $50 order in my crafting store, which is my Stampin' Up! Online store, Corinne's Crafts, Stampin' Up!, corinnescrafts.stampinup.net, and the October host code is 4UWCRQAW. And if you don't use that, I can always get it added too, but it's always helpful if you do. And I always send nice prizes. Alrighty, thanks so much everyone for watching. I'll see you next month, or if not sooner. Thank you. Bye. Thanks, Diane.